It was as if we were down and out, but you just knew with the part of the order that we were in, it was inevitable that the Braves were going to give themselves a chance, Nick.
Yeah, and the thing is, you look at the seventh inning, and they were down 7-5 at the time. You needed to score a run in that inning. They were able to do that to bring it within 7-6, and then you let the lineup turn over for the ninth inning. You get the right guys up in the ninth inning to lead it off was Ronald, and you just felt something special was going to happen, especially once you got the big bear to the plate.
He had connected way too many times for it not to leave the ballpark at some point in time, and Selly was with Wiley after that big win.
Thanks, guys. What a series win. Marcell, take me inside that at bat. You're down 0-2. Are you thinking home run?
No, I just thinking put in play, and the run is a second. He can run and he can score easily. I just don't put the ball in play, then I make a good contact. That's why I get the result.
You came so close a couple of times earlier today hitting a home run. Did you think it was gone when you hit it?
The first one, no, because I feel like I hit a little out of the balance, and the second one I thought I got it. And this one, I don't even know. I just thinking hit the wall, and that ball gone.
What is it about this team that no matter the circumstances, you guys never quit?
Yeah, because we play together. We always unit, and if I can do it, if I didn't do it, someone behind it can do it, and then that's how we play. A smart team and play good teams.
Marcell, thanks for your time, man. The man of Miami.
Thanks.
All right, guys, back to you.
Wow, I appreciate it. You daggone right, he the man down there in Miami. Hilarious that their brother didn't necessarily know whether or not that ball was going to leave the yard.
You hit the wall that many times. You just never know.
I'm just saying, it may have felt good prior to, before key to the game. That bottom of the ninth frame, as you talked about, right part of the lineup, and the fellows took advantage.
Yeah, and Ronald had a great at-bat. Slider, fastball, then another slider, 0-2 count. Was able to hit this into left field, his second hit of the day. Nice swing from him. Good to see him with a multi-hit game as well. Ozzy strikes out. Riley ends up lining out with a bullet. Matt Olson, 4-pitch walk, sets the stage for Ozuna. Slider again. And Marcell takes him deep. I felt like that situation, Marcell was looking for that slider down and in the entire at-bat. Finally got it. It didn't miss. The best part about that, though, he goes 0-2 and takes the timeout to gather himself. You have to try to slow the moment down. He was able to in that moment. 7 home runs on the season. He is just absolutely raking.
And frankly, he did get that slider down and in and just swung over, had that big aggressive where
but he stayed inside of it, too, and stayed to center field. A lot of times when you get that slider down in, as a righty, you want to pull it down the line. Marcell said, no, I'm going to stay inside and take it to the big part of the field.
Went full send out there. And prior to Marcell Ozuna's heroics offensively, Matt Olson was the man of this win. He was absolutely balling. Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot's worth. 3 for 4, 2-run score for him.
Yeah, he did a great job. Tough lefty for him, too, with Luzardo. The first pitch of that at-bat was like 96, 97 away, and then he goes 95 in off the plate, bloops it in the right, gets him a base hit. Second at-bat, beautiful piece of hitting. We'll talk about that in a minute, going the other way, and then another bullet in the 7th inning. That was a key base hit, too, in that 7th inning to set the stage for Ozuna to hit a double RBI, put them within 1 run at the time. Just a great at-bats all the way around for Matt Olson. Here's that pitch-by-pitch in his second at-bat. So you go fastball down, then you get the change-up inside. Same kind of pitch there, 96, a different speed. Go slider away. Take a look at this, too. Slider, he spits all over it. So what does he think he's going to throw next pitch? A fastball. Nope, he throws another slider into the bat. Now we get our fastball down and away at 98. I talk about him all the time, taking what the pitcher gives him. 98 lefty down and away. You cannot try to pull the ball. You cannot try to lift the ball. You just put it in play, and Matt Olson did a great job today with that. He's done just a really good job all season long. All of a sudden, he's hit an 8 of 9, and his numbers are going to continue to go up.
Forever composed in that batter's box. Whatever is thrown his way, he is impressive to watch in each and every outing. Nick and Trev still here with you post-game. Topic for Toyota Let's Go Places. None other than the hero for today's action, Marcell Ozuna. Nice little 3 for 5, 4 RBI performance for him, Nick.
Yeah, he came in on a 12-game hitting streak. He got that 13-game hitting streak right away. Love the swings that he had all day long. First at bat, got himself into a great count. 3-1 count. This is right down the middle fastball. Knew he was going to get that 97. He thought it might be gone. 405 feet off the wall in center field. 106 off the bat. I feel like that's kind of the norm for him right now.
Absolutely.
Then you go to the 7th inning. ends up having a double down the left field line. He thought that one was gone as well. 104 off the bat. I don't know what he has to do. He has to go 110 to get out. Is that kind of what he has to do?
At this
there, I love that swing as well. And then you have the big fly, 9th inning, 0-2 slider down, 409 for him. 7th home run, 3 RBIs there. He's got 21 RBIs on the season. The 13-game hitting streak has been really good, hitting over 400. He went over 5 opening day. And since then, it's been absolutely locked in every day. Love the way he adjusted pitches, too. If he has a bad swing, he takes a breather, regroups, and comes up with a good at-bat.
Just seems to be seeing everything that pitchers are offering right about now. 5-1 was the lead for this Atlanta Braves team. Wound up giving it up, and Charlie Morton, to his credit, was really dialed in early on, just had a couple spots where it got a bit out of hand for him.
Yeah, the first 3 innings, he was outstanding. I loved what he did with his fastball, just kind of moving it around. The curveball was really good, something that we really wanted to see him, I guess, not use as much, but just have a better command of. He did a great job with that. And then he got a little wacky there in the 4th inning. Couldn't find that shutdown inning from 4th through 6th. The Braves ended up giving up 6 runs. It wasn't his day after the 3rd inning. But there were some good things. One thing that I was a little concerned about is velocity dipped a little bit, 93.5 on the fastball. Last time out it was 95. But the curveball looked really good for me. He got some swing and miss on it too. Not as much as we're used to seeing from him. But at the same time, I think there's something to build off of, even though the numbers didn't look very good. He did get to the 6th inning again.
That ball was a good bit below the zone. When he's going, is he just a guy that can hit anything?
Yeah, no, I thought the one, the double was out, honestly. Yeah, he's such a good hitter. When he gets going, those guys get hot. That thing is awful slow for him.
I asked him if he was thinking home run on that 0-2 pitch. He said he wasn't. You believe that?
Well, no, yeah, I do. I believe it. I think most of these guys, they're just, they're looking to get a good swing off and hit it hard and let it go where it wants. I don't think it works that way. I wish if it did, it'd be even more monstrous numbers.
We always just ask you about these guys' fight, but how much does a moment like that remind everybody just how special this team is?
No, it is. These guys are amazing to me. And it's kind of like when you're running the game, you kind of feel like if you can keep it within a run or so, they got a pretty good chance of these guys coming back. It was a tough ball game. They battled back, took the lead. Everything. It was a tough fought game.
I know a lot happened after it, but what did you make of Charlie's outing today?
It was good. It was just a couple of times there. Overall, he threw the ball all right. But, just couldn't finish it off. But you know what? Still, we were tied right there. And that's what,
I know it's such a daily game, but how much does that home run kind of change the mood of the weekend from facing that series loss?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's big. It's big because, our objective is to win series. And like I said, this was a tough fought game. And so it's big, it's kind of, because we're going to a team looks like they're starting to get hot too in the Astros. So, this will be an interesting next 3 days also.
Who do you guys plan to start tomorrow?
Bynes will start tomorrow.
How excited are you to see a little bit of he got a little seasoning last year, but to see kind of what
he was throwing good in AAA, so we'll see.
Does it make it that much harder the way this one ended?
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough loss. The way they fought back, down 5-1. I thought guys just we had guys that came out of the game hurt. We had guys that were sick that came into the game. Guys, did everything they could to win that game. So for us not to win that one, it's tough.
So the pitch to Ozuna was slider the right pitch there?
Yeah, obviously not because he hit the home run, but yeah, that was the right pitch. Tanner threw two sliders before that he swung through, and Ozuna is one of the hotter hitters in the game right now, and he hit a home run. It's tough. Of all things, 3-run home run right there, and that's tough.
Skip, what's the level of concern here for Berger and Bruin, especially given you guys are in the middle of that 13-game stretch?
Yeah, I don't know much about Berger yet. Obviously, the game just ended, so I'll have to go talk to him and see what happened. And Bruin couldn't complete the game. But again, I haven't talked to these guys after the game yet. We just came off the field. Level of concern, yeah, for Berger for sure, because of the area that he's concerned about with the oblique area. So yeah, there's concern whenever that's an oblique type of area. I've had those before, and they're tricky. You don't know if they're a couple days. You don't know if they're a couple weeks. You have no idea what they are. So I'll talk to them obviously. Brujan is he could play the next couple innings, and then he just felt to tighten up. So again, until I hear back from the doctors, I don't really know.
With Lazario, what did you see from him? It seemed like he was able to get through the first two, pretty fine, and then the third, just pitch on started to climb there.
Yeah, he was getting ahead. He just, it felt like he was just trying to get too nasty to try to, strike him out or whatever. And then it went from like 0-2 or 1-2 to 3-2 or 0-2 to 3-2, that type of thing. And, his stuff is plenty good. I think it just felt like there was a lot of ball out of hand when he was ahead of the count. So, some balls that were just spiked a little bit too much, and he's going to be fine. I'm not overly concerned about Zeus. He's going to be fine. I just feel like him getting it looked like to me just from the dugout that a couple trying to be too nasty at times, but he wanted to go out for the sixth. He still was feeling good. I just felt it was time to go get him.
The way that this season has gone early on, not how you guys planned, is this game kind of almost representative of how things have gone so far?
A little bit, but I mean, the way they fought back was, really good to see, especially when you're down and when your best players, comes out of the game pretty early. And then, the way they fought up and down the lineup, was really good to see. And it felt like, the way the bullpen pitched today, Sixto was really good after getting the first two guys on. He was outstanding. Bender was really good. I'm not going to give up on Nardi just because he had a couple bad outings, and he looked really, really good today. It lined up. That lineup is good. It's one of the best, if not the best, in the major leagues. It's deep, and there's just no outs. There's no break in that lineup, and the Ozuna home run is tough, no doubt, but I think the 4-pitch walk probably to Olsen was the biggest one that he probably wants back that at bat. Not that Olsen's a bad player by any means, but I think just the left on left with the shadows, all that stuff, and the 4-pitch walk, I think that probably was the one at bat that he wanted back. I don't even think he hung the slider. It was just down and in. Might even been a ball. He just got enough barrel on it, and just sucks.
It's going to get overshadowed because of the end result, but when you talk about the offense, the battling back, what did you like about the approach from the guys today and to be able to see them be able to fight back and score? I think it was 6 unanswered.
Yeah, Morton's a very good pitcher, been a good pitcher for a long time. Guys were staying on that curveball, which was really good to see because that's a really good, effective pitch for him. De La Cruz has been taking good at bat after good at bat lately, and I said a couple days ago that he's one of the unluckier hitters in the big leagues. He keeps doing what he's doing. He'll get the results. The last 2 games, he's definitely got the results. The left on left home run by Gordon, really good at bat with, Lee's got, really good fastball at the top of the zone, and for him to stay on the curveball there was, really good to see as well. Up and down the lineup, that's why it's the way they fought was so encouraging, because if they do that throughout the year, you'll get more wins than losses. That's tough. It's going to eat at them tonight, no doubt. But there are pros in there. They'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Was there any consideration, or maybe not because of the injuries that were happening, but for Gordon to bring in a right-handed batter to face Dylan?
We talked about it, but at the time we had limited guys on the bench because of Bethancourt was sick, so he was not available today unless it was an absolute emergency. TA went in. I didn't even want him to play today because he's been sick the last couple of days, so we didn't really have. We had Aubie, but it's that early in the game, you don't know what's going to happen. Another injury and you're up a creek. So you have to be careful on how you use him because that at bat was most likely going to come up again as well. So when you do that, they have so many good right and left bullpen options out there. So when you pull the trigger, that at bat's going to come again if you do it in the 6th inning. So you just got to be careful. Luckily, it worked out and Gordon hit it. But yeah, there was definitely. I always think about the matchup.
The game, obviously, star of the series as well with some big hits, and continues a monstrous start. He's got 21 RBIs, 21 in 14 games now, and he pulls the Braves from the defeat to the victory with that big swing. And you would have walked him.
He's high.
You certainly would have thought about it.
I would have thought about it for sure. Now, I would have ran it by my coaches. I mean, obviously, you got a bench coach down there. You got a pitching coach. I would have thought about it, but I brought it up here before he even came to the dish.
You did.
And those are just some of the things that you just have to do in certain situations when the game is on the line. It's a certain player that is doing this kind of damage. I mean, I don't equate this to years ago when Buck Showalter was managing the Diamondbacks and Barry Bonds came to the plate with the bases loaded, but he walked in a run. That's how good Barry was at that time. Ozuna, he's doing his best Barry Bonds impersonation right now.
Right now he is. Yeah, Joe Madden. We've seen other guys do that move, even to walk a run in. In this case, it was 1st and 2nd, and then it would have been the bases loaded. And Rod, you'd be the first one to say it. To do something like that is incredibly unconventional.
Absolutely.
And most would not do that. But you're saying throw the thought out anyway, and maybe you'd be talked out of it by whomever.
Somebody would have.
I told you, in my opinion, I would not have done it, and I said it beforehand, and obviously your thought would make sense because of putting that go-ahead run on second base. That's probably the reason they didn't. It'd be interesting to see if they even thought about it, though. Not that it matters at this point. Let's get to Tanner Scott, his reaction on the tough loss.
Tanner, we'll start with that last pitch to Ozuna, the slider. Not even a strike. Where did you want to get that pitch?
Definitely not to the spot where he can hit it. So, I mean, definitely missed. Probably should have got it a little in on him. And Duke can hit with the best of them. So, hats off to him and on to tomorrow.
How frustrating is it after the walk to probably what would have been maybe the better matchup to then have it end like it did with Ozuna?
Yeah, I mean, that 4-pitch walk to Olsen, I mean, left on left, that should have been my guy, but I walked him, and then I got 2 strikes on Ozuna and just didn't execute my pitch.
Just for the game to end the way that you guys able to rally and to have a chance to win the series and where to come down to that.
Yeah, I just threw a bad pitch and it all falls on me. I mean, I should have got the guy before him, and then I should have got him, so it's my mistake.
The way that bat was unfolding before that pitch, what were you seeing from his swings or his approach that might have,
He takes big swings on every pitch, so I mean, you just try to get it to where he's not going to hit it, and I threw it to his honey hole, and he got it.
And then just the walk before, the pitches weren't necessarily close. Was it just arm angle? What was sort of off with that plate appearance?
I mean, he can reach for the best of them, and I was just trying to get in on him, and I was missing, and just bad locations.
In general for you, because you did have some struggles in the spring with walks, just is it anything that's been, because last year you were, best in baseball, just is there been anything off mechanically or just?
No. I mean, I'll go back and look at it tomorrow and see and take it from there, and just got to watch what happened tonight.
Thanks, Tanner.
All right.
is a speed limit enforcement of 100 kilometers ahead of about 400 meters. It is a speed limit enforcement of 100 kilometers ahead of about 200 meters.